The ocean is breathtaking, but its beauty hides a raw, untamed power. It can lull you into peace, then remind you you're just a visitor. Down here, you're not at the top of the food chain. Survival means respecting that power. My name is Alex Reed, marine biologist. The Great Barrier Reef was my laboratory. I was studying coral bleaching, a silent killer. On this day, the sun pierced the water, and I felt at home among the coral gardens. Parrotfish nibbled at algae, a sea turtle drifted by. Tranquility filled the water. My mission? Document the coral, take photos, collect data. I was absorbed in my work, the rhythmic sound of my breathing my only companion. Every detail was magnified, the patterns on a clownfish, the sway of anemones. I'd done countless dives like this before, but routine breeds complacency, and in the wild, that can be fatal. The ocean speaks in currents, in the behavior of its creatures. That day, I was so focused on the reef, I missed the warning signs. I saw the beauty, but forgot the beast. The ocean doesn't care about your purpose. My focus was on a dying coral staghorn. I had no idea that just beyond my vision, everything was about to change. It started as a subtle shift, a primal instinct whispering in my mind. The smaller fish vanished. The reef fell silent. My breathing sounded loud in the stillness. I scanned the endless blue. Something was wrong. My heart raced. I hovered, suspended, feeling watched. Every diver dreads this moment. You're no longer just an observer. I turned slowly, nothing but blue, but the feeling persisted, heavy and oppressive. My training kicked in, stay calm, control your breathing. I tried to rationalize maybe a grouper, maybe dolphins, but the silence was too absolute, the emptiness too profound. The reef's creatures knew what was out there, now so did I. My hand tightened on my camera rig, it felt useless. I was vulnerable, slow in this alien world. Then a flicker of movement in the distance. A shape materialized, a grey smudge, moving with purpose. It wasn't drifting, it was hunting. The shape grew larger, clearer. The silence of the reef made perfect, terrifying sense. I was no longer alone. I was being stalked. The rules of the ocean had changed. The shape became a nightmare, a great white shark, massive and powerful. It moved with eerie grace, eyes fixed on me. No malice, just cold curiosity. This was the apex predator, and I was trespassing. Fear gripped me, but I knew fleeing would trigger its instincts. The shark circled, sizing me up. I remembered my camera's strobe, my only weapon. As it came closer, I raised the rig, hands shaking. The shark turned, mouth agape, ready to bump me, a test bite. This was it, the moment of truth. Just as its snout neared, I fired the strobe. A blinding flash erupted in the water. The shark flinched, veering off, confused. I had seconds to act. The flash wouldn't deter it for long. I needed cover, fast. My eyes darted across the reef, searching for refuge. The open water was no place to hide. I spotted a dark crevice in a coral bommy. It was my only hope. I kicked hard for the crevice, not daring to look back. The water felt thick, every inch a struggle. I jammed myself inside, feet first, scraping against coral. The shark's head appeared at the entrance, black eye inches from mine. It was too big to enter, but relentless, thrashing against the coral. The bommy shuddered with each impact. I was trapped, air running low, panic rising. I forced myself to think. One last gamble. I unclipped my emergency flare, struck the igniter. A torrent of red fire erupted, boiling the water. I thrust it out, directly into the shark's face. The explosion of light and noise was too much. The shark convulsed and shot backward, finally retreating. I didn't wait to see if it would return. I pushed out of the crevice and kicked for the surface. Every shadow below sent a wave of terror through me. The surface seemed impossibly far. I broke through, gasping for air. My boat bobbed in the distance, a sanctuary, but I wasn't safe yet. I swam for the boat, every muscle burning. A dorsal fin sliced the water behind me. The chase was on. Those last yards were a blur of fear and desperation. I reached the boat, clawed at the ladder, and hauled myself aboard. I collapsed on the deck, shaking uncontrollably. The great white circled once, then vanished into the depths. I lay there, the hard deck beneath me, grateful to be alive. I survived, but something inside me had changed. The ocean was no longer just my laboratory. I had seen its true face, beautiful, indifferent, deadly. I was reminded of my place in the natural world. I will carry the memory of that cold, black eye forever. I am a survivor, but also scarred, humbled by the raw, untamed spirit of the deep. The ocean gives and it takes. Today it let me go, but I will never forget.